Hey, it's the AK Option Trader back at you with another edition of the AK Option Trader. We're going to look at some stock charts here, the first video of December. But first of all, I wanted to apologize for not keeping up on posts while I was in Anchorage this last week. It turned out to be a little more than I anticipated, so I apologize for that, and hopefully you guys did well. Obviously, I did a post on Thursday night expecting Friday to be a pretty big down day, and I was way off. But of course, I didn't expect the jobs number to come out so much better than expected. That kind of blew me away. But actually, I think that was probably the way the day ended was more bearish than bullish. That we didn't hold that big gain that we had on Friday. I think spoke volumes to what this market is thinking. But let's look at some charts and see what they're saying here. Let's start with the VIX like we usually do. And I'm looking at the VIX here. Seems to be holding at above 20, above 20.90 here in this area. It has been very volatile lately. You can see in the downtrend here, it was nice and easy. This is where we started bottoming, right in this area. Started making different patterns. Started this broadening pattern that's kind of turned into a new broadening pattern. In fact, we could probably draw a new line, you know, from the top of here to the top of here. And then same thing down here. We can keep going deeper. We have not reached the bottom of this though yet. We've taken the top of this out. Just looking at today's candle, it's just sideways. I mean, really nothing has happened in 3 days. Yeah, we had this huge up day here, but we had nice up day, nice up move right into resistance, sold off. So this candle is really out of context. It's hard to say what's going to happen here next. I could see it going either way off of this, so it's just not clear to me. There's no direction, any sideways movement with no clear direction to me. So I just note that this support is holding at 21 in the 21 area. So let's see if that keeps holding. That's what I'd watch. If this gets taken out, if we close beneath this, then we're probably going to make a new low and come down here and test this down there. Okay. So I know it's not real clear, and I apologize, but there's just nothing. I'm not seeing anything on the chart right now that's screaming this is what's going on to me. Very similar on the Dow, just moving sideways. We're finding this resistance up here. This long-term 2-year resistance is really being not a lot stronger than I anticipated. It's being strong. I would have expected it to send this thing down. I really thought off this candle here, we were heading down. And I believe firmly that if that news hadn't come out on Friday, I think we would have been down on this line by now. Friday we would have ended up down here somewhere in the beneath 10.3 in the 10.3 area. I really believe that. I believe this from this move to this move right here would have been from here to here down here. So, and again, like I said, the fact that we did not hold on such good data is pretty bearish in my opinion. Now, generally this would be considered a reversal candle coming off this down move, but it's an inside harami type of candle here too. So you've got a double dipper here. It could go either way again, but it looks like it wants to take the support out. Look at this volume, was amazing. Amazing volume out there. And the SPX is very similar. A very similar type thing. See how we're still moving sideways. I really thought we'd be moving down by now. Again, that news kind of threw a monkey wrench into everything. But I still think the move is going to be down. And I still think this week we're probably going to start seeing it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if something came out on the job numbers news-wise saying that they had to revise it or something weird is going on with the jobs number. It would not shock me at all. It was just a little too good and too convenient. So keep an eye on that. I haven't found that news yet. I'm just speculating. I'm not saying it's out there. I'm just saying I haven't heard it. But it wouldn't shock me if something came out. If you hear about it, let me know. The NASDAQ. NASDAQ's been the strongest of the indices so far. And yet it didn't make a new high until Friday, and it failed to close above this high right here. You can see, okay? So when I was watching the market Friday, I noticed something. I noticed how strong the dollar was, one, and two, I noticed the breadth was weak, yet the market was rallying, and it kind of threw me for a loop. I did not want to go long on that, and so I didn't. In fact, I bought a short position again on Friday near the close. So I'm back up to I think 4 or 5 short positions right now. Nothing long. I don't have a long position right now. I don't know. I'm just not seeing it. There's probably some out there. Probably some good ones out there. I just don't see them. Anyway, so the key here to the NASDAQ is that it did not close above this. It actually closed a little bit below it. It did close on the support at 21.92, which happened to be this high right here. That's the support, which you saw it close here. After this, it had a nice drop down. I would expect the same. I think this up move looks done on here. I would expect this to drop down, and I think we're going to start working our way down to this support line here this week. I think we'll see that. We got this gap to fill right here. It's 21.50, so I could see us filling that here this week. Pretty darn easy. All right. The other thing I want to look at was the VIXN. I posted this earlier this week. Look at this support. I've had this line here forever, and it's been holding pretty good. It's bounced off of it twice now. I'm thinking this thing is finding a bottom right here, and I'd be looking for a reversal off of this again. So that goes in conjunction with what I'm saying on the NASDAQ there. I turned the studies back on. You can see we're heading up on the RSI. Even though the 20 still crossed beneath the 50, let's just keep an eye on it. It is widening, so that's usually a bearish sign, but I'm going to keep an eye on this to see if it's moving that direction or not. The UUP, this is what really caught my eye on Friday. The UUP, the market was crashing like a son of a gun, or rallying, pardon me, like a son of a gun, yet the UUP was up, and I watched it. It was up, held 20, held 20, held 20, hit 21, and at that time I think the Dow was up 140, and I'm thinking, man, this does not look right. I should buy some puts. Well, I was in a meeting on my phone. I didn't do it, and needless to say, I didn't catch that move down from 140. But that was my thought process, just seeing where the UUP was during the day, seeing what the breadth was during the day of the market. It just did not look like a strong market, and it wasn't. It sold off rather quickly. You can see the UUP did run into the 50 moving average. It took out the 20 pretty easily, but we did hit the 50, so we're probably going to have to drop down a little bit, maybe even gap down, and then take another shot at it. Look at this volume on this thing, though. Look at this volume. There is a lot of strength in the buying right here. Look at this volume here. A lot of strength in the buying on the UUP, so keep an eye on that. This one is by request. I had somebody write in and request it on the Meebo in my on the blog. TZA. Look at the volume on this thing. Outstanding, enormous. Probably record volume. I'm not sure, but it looks like record volume at least in this year time frame. It looks like a nice reversal candle, spin top doji on support here. I would wait for confirmation myself because I usually trade options. If I was buying just the stock, you could buy the stock and use this low right here. You know, use the 1070, 1060. I'd probably use as a good stop. 1065, something like that. So I think that'd be a good stop. 1065 if you want to take a shot at it. But it's in a wedge, a loose wedge, because it got broke really easy here. And it has a real nice reversal candle here. Could easily see an up move. A huge volume. So it's an indecisive candle. Usually signals the end of this down move here. So let's look at a few charts while we still got a second here. Ran through time quick. BKS, I'm throwing this on there because I think it's going to break this 200 moving average on Monday. News came out that Nook, I was actually looking to book a Nook. The Nook came out and it's delayed, so it's kind of a news play. I'd watch for the 200 hold. If it gives, I think I'd short the darn thing. Pretty simple. ADTN, I love this. These are some of my favorite plays when it comes off the bottom Bollinger Band, makes a bear flag, runs into resistance here. I'm going to be watching this for a short on there. I like it to fall off of that up move right there. AGN found some resistance up here. Look at this. It broke out of it here. Nice hanging man, nice doji. All these candles are indecisive. I'm looking for that thing to fall there. BC is another one. Excuse me. In this wedge formation or pennant formation here, pretty textbook touch here. This is not a reversal candle, so I'd be watching for a confirmation on it. It's too big to be a real hanging man, but I'd be looking for like a doji star, maybe a break above or something like that. Or it could just turn out, could get a bearish engulfing and break down on there. But I like the fact that it hit that resistance clean. It looks good. Here's one I shorted on Friday at the close. We're going to finish off with this one here. This is the EXC. I shorted this because its sector, the whole sector, was pretty low on this. This is one of the two sectors. The XLU and XLV are the two sectors that were pretty negative on the day there, and this is in it. So I just like this. I like this doji. I like this bearish engulfing. I like the fact that it broke back into this. It did come back out. I could look for this to continue moving down here. So I'm going to be in it. and I'm going to use this high of this day as my stop. So it's going to be a lot of leeway. So anyway, I still think we've got some down move to come. I think it was bearish what happened on Friday, and I'm going to be looking to play some more short. So this will be the AK Option Trader signing off. Trade well and prosper.